What's up, crypto kids? Blockchain, how y'all doing today? It's Mitch, crypto music, just coming at you from the wider crypto market, and a little bit of Bitsgap, this and that, and it is a hell of a rough time, isn't it? Whenever Bitcoin is showing major strength, and we got major news, and everything else is showing some major weakness, it sure makes life rough in the in the Bitcoin pair world, right? I mean, look at these Bitcoin pairs. I'm on Bitcoin pairs here. Everything against Bitcoin right now is just showing bear trend after bear trend, down after down, and it just keeps doing that all the way down. There's a lot of bearish momentums. There's a lot of bearish, and it's because Bitcoin is so strong. But we know that, ETH shortly after Bitcoin will run or should run. Right now with the current situation, we got every Bitcoin maxi blowing his load all over us, telling us how right he's been and how your shit coins are in serious pain, and you guys are getting what you deserved, and blah 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 blah. I never seen anyone so I never seen people so terribly angry as okay. So anyway. A lot of bearish stuff. Look at that. There's some bearish, right? Maybe looks like a little bit of pullback coming up there. But we do got some major bullish trends coming our way, right? Especially coming down the pike. We got some serious bullish news on L1s that's going to make major things happen, right? So, like, we'll start at, with DOT. 70% of it staked, 75% of it, whatever it is. And we got parachains coming up. That's bullish as hell. The UMB bridge has just been launched. UMB's looking pretty damn bullish. They got a lot of bullish stuff going on, allowing UMB on BSC now. Also, we got the ERC 20, everyone's 20s that everyone's going to need to be buying, loading into their MetaMask wallets for the Pulse chain. Also bullish news coming down the road. It could be a month away, but who knows? Pretty soon. On that for ERC20s for Pulse. Then we also have the new BitTorrent chain launching very shortly. We're like by the end of the month, so trying to gather as much BitTorrent as we can there. These chances that we're getting right now with this major pullback in Bitcoin, obviously a good time to be accumulating some alts. So Zilbridge, also Zilliqa, looking pretty bullish. The Zilbridge is fully functional, and you can now bridge things from Ethereum easily over to Zilliqa and all that. Those are all bullish things for our alts and for L1s. But with Bitcoin being so strong, it certainly is pushing things down at the moment. But that's giving you a major opportunity. So, if you took all your money and you threw it into Bitcoin for the next day, 2 week, maybe, yeah, you probably could get a 10% increase on anything. But if you were to just find, depending on if you had, any money left to buy the dip, if you could purchase some of those altcoins when they're looking pretty cheap, they're altcoins that you were looking to probably get cheaper anyway, and they are certainly there now. And we know that if Bitcoin's going to spring, these other altcoins are more than likely going to follow. It happens time and time again. And we will see. But, with major news, with the news of the Bitcoin ETF coming, you should expect some serious bullish thunder. So, and hopefully we get a lot less of these bearish trend lines going on in all of our BTC pairs. So let's head over to Bitsgap and we'll take a look at what's going on. I have almost every single bot off the field in someone else's pasture roaming around. Not only did we have Bitcoin and showing major strength against every other crypto, but normally where I'm finding safety is trading the KCS pairs against the other cryptos. So as they're moving around together, I'm usually collecting more and more, and whether it pulls against Bitcoin or not doesn't really matter. But with KCS doing this over the past 7 days, was starting down here at 1074 at the top, reaching just barely touching $12, and then now back down to 1162. With that showing that much strength while everything else was hurting, even my KCS pairs, even that, workaround did dick for me, right? So Atom KCS off the field, Toko KCS way off the field, Luna KCS, Luna been running too, still couldn't keep up with what happened there. We could take a look at that one. So we had started in somewhere in this range, got a bunch of good trades, moved the floor up, and as that moved back down, it passed us back through, and we're basically right back at our starting point. So am I hurting anything by resetting this bot? Absolutely not, because I had taken all this action. We gathered up all those pips, and now we can reset that easily there, which I will be doing in a second. Now, let's go to a couple BTC pairs and have a look at those things. This XYO BTC I ran for 2 months and 0 days at this point for a total of 5.88%. It had actually gone higher than that, but I've been, not only have I been out of range, but then all of my funds that I had sitting off to the side got eaten up as well to make us fully sitting into my alt positions. So at this point, I could send over a little bit more money. Not everyone has that option. I can send a little bit of money and allow this to start gathering up and trading for me more, which, that would be the easiest way to go, is to, send in the backup team, right? Send in your relief pitcher and have them take over for a couple innings. But I have been trying not to send any money into this account so that I know, where everything is. And I actually withdrew quite a bit of different funds out of here for different things. But now let's kick over to this ETH bot, right? So we know that ETH is going to run against HPB, right? Pretty dang sure that ETH is going to run, and this is going to push this down here even further. How far, I don't know. But what I would like to do is sell a little bit of this HPB for ETH here and then buy it back right down here. So it's not that far of a difference, Also, what other ETH we got? We got Atom ETH. Atom ETH is still working because I let the trailing down go on that, so it's been, nibbling away. Do I have any ETH over in my balance? About $51. So no, is the answer there. So we have the only one off the field right now. Luna ETH is pretty far off the field. HPB ETH is pretty far off the field, but with Luna, a little bit of a different story because, I've ran this bot many times and, it traded up a bunch, but it didn't range up and then range back down. We're basically about where we were. It ranged up only from here up. So we're happy to reset that one too. I'll be trying to reset this, selling a little here, hoping to buy back a little bit down here, getting a little bit more Luna. So let's go ahead and close this bot out. So that's my Luna ETH bot. And we'll give that a little reset. Luna ETH. I guess we have to press modify. I'm still not 100% happy, comfortable with the new setups we have here with the bots. And I'll do another video really shortly going over like the price plans and, kind of little introduction, what changed and what's new, and just give a, how to set up a bot video with the new configuration. But it's a bit of a wrestling match at this point. All right, let's go ahead and close this bot out. So Luna ETH, we come over here, hit the X. We're going to confirm, cancel all open orders, and we're going to reset the Luna ETH bot. What I liked about the old one is it kept this chart here exactly as it is, and so I could work with it. Now it like kicks it off and kicks you back to whatever you have here on top. Okay, not wanting a lot of ETH there because I'm not looking to sell a whole bunch of this. Let's get this about 1.23, and what do we want? 15? Yeah, at least 15. So I'm liking that. I'm going to put it on the trailing up. I'll throw trailing down on this one as well. Actually, we'll leave that off for now, and I'll turn it back on if I need to modify it later. But for now, let's sell a little bit of ETH, or a little bit of Luna, for some ETH. So it's only selling 3 point something Luna. That's just fine. We'll get that one running and move on down the line. So, I'm going to reset a bunch of these to kind of do the same thing. Luna KCS, Toko KCS, I will be shifting those all just 1 or 2 lines, hoping to take advantage of this market and leverage this opportunity to get me some more of the alt, right? So I'm hoping, I'm thinking that everything's going to keep pushing down for a little while, maybe a couple days. And so I'm looking to sell here and buy back here. Sell here, buy back here. And I'll be doing that on each one of these. So like on this HPB, we can go ahead and get it going. Click stop. Confirm this. Cancel all open orders. Confirm. Stopping. We're going to run HPB again, selling just a tiny bit of HPB for what I have. Now, what did this kick me back to here? Luna ETH. Guys. And something along those lines looks good, except for we'll go 1.23. Let's grab us about 16 grids. That looks good. We'll preview that. Confirm that. But we'll sell a little bit of HPB back into ETH. Not too much because I'm hoping to buy it all right back. Get it trading around a little bit. And I'll just keep working these down the range, you know. I'm not happy to sell some ADA for the KCS. I'm not happy to sell the Toko for the KCS. But I'm just doing a couple grids. Each bot, get them working on their own. So as it eats up some of this, I'm trying to use this opportunity to, as I always do, buy the weakness, sell the strength. Right now, BTC is the strength. There's going to be a lot more BTC strength. So, you know, I'm not going to give you some terrible advice and say sell all your BTC because it's strong. No, it's looking to go up some more. But, you know, getting my bot back up and trading, getting this stuff working, it's good. So we do have, you know, a bunch going on with the bots here with the new system, and you're going to be able to get 20 bots, and it's another $50, or you can go down a little bit. There's just more options as far as the trading bot goes and what your options are. I'll go over that in another video because this one's obviously a little bit more for those already trading. So anyway, I hope this helped out a little bit. I'm just calmly going forward, guys. You know, we know that the Bitcoin's going to run, or I think Bitcoin's going to run. Alts are going to get pushed down on the BTC and Ethereum charts for a little bit, and then they're going to go up. They will gain more in the long run than you got just holding Bitcoin, you know. And certainly you could do the dance where you shift it all in the Bitcoin ETH, wait for it to go up 10%, buy back as much alts as you can before they run, and then let them run. And people play that game all the time. It's been around for a long, long time, and it works. And I'm not telling you not to do it. But what I do, or what I'm doing, is I'm looking to gather up as much alts as I can, and I am using the fact that Bitcoin or ETH should go up, and I have these bots that I can like grab a couple, you know, sell a little up here, buy a little bit down here, and work it. Now, some of them went way off the field, like ARR, you know, dropped from dropped a long way. My bot was way up, you know, way up in, say, this range, and it came way down here. I just turned that one off, I'm letting it sit over there. I'm holding all that R. R is a long-term bag for me. I want as much as that as I can, but at the same time, not really looking to sell it, not really doing this flip thing because, you know, though it does work for all L1s or anything that is really strong, I'm not doing this for, you know, weaker cryptos or cryptos that aren't in your, you know, in the tops. You know, I'm not trying to do that for, you know, HPB. Yeah, that one's a bit of a risker, but Luna, we know that's going to pump, right? And Triage has been going all on its own. Never had to turn that one off. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, lots going on. Hope you guys are got a lot of profit falling in your lap. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're managing this pretty well. I am grabbing as many alts as I can. Yes, we got bull flags all over, you know, every freaking time frame you can for Bitcoin. So I'm going to use that, as I said, to try to gather up some more alts for the coming alt run. All right, figure I'll show you what I ended up with. So we're in that phase right now where we just got the extra bots. So I went ahead and set up as many bots as they would let me set up. So that's 20 bots, and a lot of these were already running. So we're not going to go over any of those. So I have a lot of these that have been running for a while, 27 days, 4 days, 4 days, 1 hour and 55 minutes. So that's the newest one, is with Strong. So with Strong, you know, a lot of these, I didn't want to sell a lot of the crypto. I'm just, you know, selling a little bit because, you know, I'm super bullish on strong, and I do want to get as many strong as I can because I'm looking to have one of those strong nodes where, or two, where you're getting those, you know, payouts from the blockchain. So there's all that. Luna, we're looking at Luna. I'm expecting major things from Luna. You know, they're had a pretty parabolic overall for seasons, you know, since everything has started here. You know, look at where we were just, you know, not very long ago, and we're pretty still far up. So I expect a lot more bullish stuff coming from Luna, and so not too worried there. Only sold a couple grids and left quite a few going with 15 levels at 1.19%. HPB, sold a little bit of HPB, and even though I figure this will run down easily through this, I'm hoping it will, you know, trail down and grab me my HPB back and even more than I had. Now, normally when I go through all this, I write down the amounts that I'm starting with of each crypto. It's important. Get a little sticky note and off to the side, write down what you started with when you have the bot, and then later in the future, you'll know, you know, what you ended up with and whether your play worked and you ended up with more crypto or not, right? It's important to keep yourself organized. So, especially, you know, when you got 20 bots going here, right? So there's all that. All right, moving up, pre. I'm trying to get a pre node before long. I think pre is a major play, and as you know, I like to invest in decentralization. I don't invest in things where they're like, we plan to be the coin for you know, the bankers. That's our plan, is to be the banker coin. That's not really, that doesn't get me off. That doesn't do anything for me. I like to invest in decentralization. I like to use my money to help, right? And try to profit from it. So that's the whole thing with, you know, most of crypto. So pre is a search that will be completely and 100% decentralized, and it will, like a search engine, which, because you don't realize how much stuff goes on, you know, how much you need a search engine, and the gatekeepers are, you know, really have you by the balls with the search. So one cool thing that happened recently is BAT token, the BAT, the Brave browser, which I'm on right now, you know, you're watching what I'm making this video on, they are having their own decentralized search that's going to come up with their own search. So that will kind of compete with pre, but with pre you can get a node, and it's very interesting. I should do a standalone video on the whole scene, but you know, you gotta have, I'm very much into like build our own, right? Screw their systems. We have to build our own. We have to have multiple choices that are decentralized, and you know, crypto that's what's going to make it happen. That's why we're here. ADA KCS, I went ahead and did we look at the actual levels for pre? So with pre, I figure there's going to be a pretty big pullback. So I, you know, went ahead and sold a few levels of that off. Not a lot. As you can see, you kind of see a pattern here. I'm not selling off a lot of these levels because a lot of this crypto was bought up here. So I'm not trying to sell a bunch of it. I just want to sell a little bit of it. And hopefully this will blast down and get me more than I started with and come back up and get me trading again. Now with most of these, I spread these grids out pretty far, right? 1.4, most of them were like 1.5, 2%, because, you know, you bought it up here, so I want to get some more of it up here. You can do that by spreading your grids out, but, you know, if you think that the whole thing's going to run, but hopefully trade sideways a little bit and do some choppy action, then you will have traded multiple times before you get back up here anyway, and you should be in a good spot. So as with most things, I ran against the KCS pair when available. This bot was a reset. All these were resets so far. We'll get into new bots in just a second, so only set a couple grids there on Luna KCS. Atom KCS, same thing, but you know, figure we'll get a good drop there. We could come all the way down to the 2.23 level. We will certainly see. XYO BTC, that is XYO is a major performer, so which it stagnates for a long time and then it runs and it does these, you know, different manipulative type things. But of course it got listed on Coinbase. That's that right there. And you know, Phantom is still not listed on Coinbase. You know, like we've been saying for a long time, when Phantom is listed on Coinbase, that's going to be a big play. And I like to get in things that have not been listed on Coinbase. And then once they get listed on Coinbase, use that as an opportunity to sell or gather some profit. Sold a little DOT, even though I'm super bullish on DOT, and dropped that into KCS. So we got the DOT KCS pair running. We have Dash KCS pair running. Most of these, I didn't want to sell a lot of this because I figured these pairs are fairly immune to the run. But now that KCS is up, I figure it's probably going to stay where it is for a minute. We'll see. And the rest of these should be able to catch up, and this should all trade very nicely. KSM BTC, sold off some of that, and I figure, well, that's, BTC is going to push strong against KCS because a lot of the KCS money is going to be over in DOT trying to get into the parachains. And so, KCS might be a little weak for a while. We will see. But in the long run, I think KSM will outperform DOT. I know that's pretty crazy because KSM is way higher, but in price, but there's a lot less coins, and the market cap's a lot lower, and the with all the crazy stuff going on, it's going to be a lot easier to get on KSM. There's going to be a lot more, wild west action on KSM than there is on DOT. DOT's going to be much more like safe plays, right? So, of course, I'll be over here in the wild west messing around. Tel ETH sold off a little bit. Tel actually sold quite a bit of Tel. Now, remember, on all these top ones you're seeing here, I didn't have any of this any of the base crypto, completely out of all that. So sold off for all that. I probably created that candle right there, that red candle. Who knows? Have caused some wicks before, and you want to be careful on low liquidity pairs like GRT KCS. I own a wick on that pair. Sold off quite a bit of the FX because it doesn't stand a chance against ETH. So sold off a bunch of it up here, and hopefully gonna grab all that FX back. Cody BTC, and got that one green candle there, and that's looking good. See, sold off quite a bit of that. Not a problem. I think I'll get it all back, and I should get a lot more of each of those. So that's how I'm playing this current run. I am trying to sell a little alts right where we're at. Hopefully buy a bunch more of those alts back cheaper using my Bitsgap bot here. All right, so there's all that. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Crypto music. Catch you guys on the flip. Hope you're having a hell of a great day. Yeah, whatever. Tongue twister. Lost it on that one. I'm out.